It was the 26th Friday, he was sitting in the drive-thru of the Sonic he had grown so used to. The car was dead silent as it always had been. He ordered 2 cherry cokes, one for her, one for him. One with the stem of a cherry popping out. He always hated the way those things felt in his mouth, but he loved to watch her smile as she tied a knot with her tongue, knowing 1 week later there would be another one. Then they would look at each other and get lost in their eyes, with the cherry juice staining the felt of his seat, but he didn't mind. Everything was fine as long as she was by his side. They heard the roar of football games and always wondered what it was like, but never really cared to be under the lights. They only needed each other because it gave them delight. It felt so comfortable. The silence was alright as long as they were together on those Sonic Friday nights. It was the 26th Friday, he was sitting in the drive-thru of the Sonic he no longer had the need to drive to. The car was dead silent as it always had been. He hated the feeling of having to reminisce. 2 cherry cokes, one with a real cherry for the stem. Nobody else to tie the knot but him. The pile of stems grew week by week. He had no one's eyes to look at, he just stared at the street. He still drove to her house to pick up and drop off the memory of those nights he hadn't had in so long. She used to come out after 3 minutes passed, but now the air was still and he just longed for one last Sonic Friday night with that comforting silence. But now it was unnerving, he was lonely like an island. If he was given the option, this isn't what he would choose. A tear falls and stains the shirt like cherry juice. It was the 26th Friday, he was leaving her house after waiting 3 minutes for her to come out. The car was dead silent, but not like before. They always said hey and hello at her house, nothing more, till he dropped her off and they said their goodbyes, and one last time got lost in each other's eyes. No feelings of pain and no feelings of sorrow. He drove away saying, I'll see you tomorrow. Now we drove to the dock doing 50 the whole way, on the lake where she said she would marry him one day. He plucked a cherry from its stem and rolled it around inside his mouth as he sped off the dock and leaving the ground. The water seeped through open windows, he just stared straight ahead, wishing he was dead while cherry stems floated around his neck. Soon he'd be joining her, for there was no other. The water filled his mouth just before he could utter, see you tomorrow, see you tomorrow.